Never have I found one of these. It's the 2019 repatriation red coin, coloured. $2.70 to $10 is a recent selling price range on them. They made 1.8 million of them, and yes, it's got a red flower design on there. And I've never found one, so I do like to try and find the coins that I'm searching for. Let's see if I'm lucky today. I've got a roll of 25 $2 coins, so $50 worth. And let's see if we can snag one today. Yeah, those coin value lists available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag to know which ones to look for and the values they can achieve. I could just buy one. Pretty easy, but I do like to find them. So let's see how we go. Hopefully you've got some in your collection, and hopefully you find the coins that you're searching for as well. Plenty of things I'm looking for though. Any of the coloured coins, hold on to those. Some of these standard issue coins, depending on the date of the coin, see the date there, that's 1999. This one here's got a partial double rim, see that sort of extra bit of rim? That's relatively common on the $2 coins, so sort of struck just a little bit off centre. 1989. I thought it was a 1998, which is a bit of a lower vintage date. So those repatriation coins from 2019. So I need to keep that date in my head, although I will see it straight away because of the colour, if I do find one. All right, this is what we've got to go. It's not looking good, bruv, but we'll see, we'll see. Last coin. What year is this one going to be? Let's do a guess. It's looking a little bit fresher. I'm going to go about 2018. So you can have a guess if you want to in the comments, but we'll flip it over in 3 seconds and we'll check the date. 2018. 1, 2, 3, boom. Hey, 2018. So there you go. I didn't find any coloured coins in this search, but that's all part of it. That's the way it goes. You've got to be in it to win it. Sometimes you come across some really cool things, and hopefully you come across some really cool things really, really soon. Classic, this one. Australian $1 coins. Whoa, what's that? That is a 1,000 rupiah Indonesian coin. It's supposed to be Australian $1 coins, and there's supposed to be 20 of them rolled for the Australian public, and that is an Indonesian coin in that roll. So I think it's really cool. It's awesome as a collector, so I'll hold on to that one, put it in the collection, and yep, so keep that the way it is. But I do have a roll of $21 coins here that I think are all Australian coins, so should be. Let's find out. Got the coin value list here, Australian $1 coins to search for, and that's available through the link in my account if you're interested in that. Let's go. Let's see what we've got. We'll check the side of these coins. We'll see if we've got any coins from other countries. No, just Australian coins this time. So there we go. Cool. Hopefully you're having a great day and you find some cool coins for your collection. Let's get a bit of detail on these and see if we can snag something else for the collection. Ooh, pretty rough this one, the Sir Henry Park. Some of these can be rotated. So what you do is you hold everything upright on this side of the coin, a bit hard to make out. And when you flip it around, it's supposed to be, the Queen's nose is supposed to be pointing to 3 o'clock, and it sort of is on this one, a bit hard to tell. But if the Queen's nose is pointing a different direction, that's called a rotation, and it can happen on those coins, and it can happen on these coins. These ones are quite well known for it. So let's go. Hold it at the top and the bottom. Everything's upright. Ooh, 3 o'clock. So that's not a rotation, unfortunately, but they are probably the most likely of the $1 coins to have that rotation. And if you do find that 2001 rotation, the one that I just had a moment ago, $45 to $89 is a recent selling price range on those on the coin value list. So definitely worthwhile keeping an eye out for and having a look, doing that little rotation doovie. These here can have a little bit of extra metal through the grooves on the coin. That one doesn't, so we'll let it go. 2015 can have a missing leg, and I think this one might have it. So the third kangaroo, 1, 2, 3, the third kangaroo down, this leg under the belly, sometimes it's totally missing, and it looks like it is. It's good to try it under different lights, different angles. There's supposed to be a leg in the background there. I'm not seeing any leg coming through, so that's pretty cool. Think it's it. Missing leg, $2 to $10 is a recent selling price range on those. The 2015 $1 coins are the ones that you look for on that. This one looks a bit different. Yeah, it's been mushed up and it's one of these coins. So we'll see if it's rotated. It'd be a little bit unfortunate if it is because of the condition of it. Yeah, so I don't know what's happened to that. But maybe been on a train track or something, I don't know. These coins here can have a thing called a wing tip cut, so a little bit of extra metal between the wing tip and the rim of the coin, just a little bit of metal there. Relatively common as far as an error goes, that little particular wing tip cut error. So we do have one more coin that sort of dropped down the side, so I'll check that one coin here. What do we got? Oh, this one here. You check these for extra metal across the top of the hat. This one doesn't have it. But if you do have the one with the extra metal on the hat, a recent selling price range on those, $3.45 to $16. But geez, this one here, that is cool. A $1 coin roll from the bank, and it's got an Indonesian coin in it. Nice. The mystery, we don't know what we've got until we open it up. That's a 50-cent coin roll. We've got the coin value list ready to go, and we've got the bag to drop the coins into. Let's jump into this one and see what we've got. Oof, hopefully you've been having a great day and things are going well for you. Yeah, let's do this. 50-cent coins Australian, and let's see if we can find one of those from the list. So, list available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. Let's go. What is that, a 2010? No. So the 2010 you check for rotations. $2017, I'll just check the list. I think it's a slightly lower mintage, but the Marbo coins are from 2017. They are on the list, but the coat of arms, this one isn't at this stage. So we'll continue on. The 1980 can have a double bar, and this one looks like it does. So let's get the zoom in. So behind the emu's head, there's two little lines of, oh, there we go. Two little lines of metal. Oh, my camera is doing the changeroo. So two little lines of metal, one there and one there. That's called a double bar, 1980. So $2 to $35 is a recent selling price range on those. So there you go. Keep your eye for those. Oops. Bit of dirt on this one. $20.22, pretty shiny that one. Another 1980, so just checking behind the emu's head, no. Oh, that could be a very faint. Yep, could be a faint one there. I didn't change the setting on my camera to sort of take off a feature that can make it a little bit hard to sort of tell, but I think that might be a very faint one. We'll put it aside. There we go. So these here, you can get a little bit of doubling down the back of the kangaroo on these, called a Roozilla, if you can find that. So it's a 2001 coin. If you can find the Roozilla, $7.90 to $18 if you get that extra blobs of metal down the back. Roozilla. Nice. Captain Cook, 1970, the first commemorative coin produced for circulation from decimal coins. So what we got price-wise on these? Let's check this out. $2 to $16 is a recent selling price range on the Captain. And last one here, a 2022 coin. Oh, what's the pick from the bunch? Well, we've got three that we found today. So we've got the Captain Cook, 1970, and we've got two double bars. This one's a very light double bar, and this one's a more pronounced. So just try and get the right. There we get a little bit more of the right light on it. There we go. One line there and one line there. Good luck with your searches. Hopefully you find a double bar. Cool. A gap worth up to $10. Here it is. $1.40 to $10 is a recent selling price range on the wave gaps from 2008. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. The little wave here that's coming in, it's coming close to the platypus's head. This point of wave here, it usually touches the platypus's head. I'll try and get the right light. You can sort of see it there. There's a gap through there. So that point is not touching the platypus's head. We'll get a little bit more of a moving around on the light to try and pick that up. But yes, it's a 2008 coin, and it's not very common on the 2008. So keep your eye out for that. The Wave Gap 2008. We do have a roll of 20-cent coins to search right here, and we've got the bag to put the coins into we don't need, but hopefully we've got a few to keep in the collection. Let's go. Hopefully you've been having a great day. Let's see if mine gets a little bit better with this search of 20-cent coins. Let's go. We'll go for this end. There's a fair few of those 2008 coins, so we'll probably find a fair few in this roll, so we'll be able to check those. Here we go, 2008 straight away. So we'll check this one here. That point of wave comes in, and we can see it touches the platypus's head, that point of wave. So that's what usually happens. The wave gaps are very less common. Very less common. Nice. And that's why they're worth a little bit more to coin collectors. Here we go, another 2008. Point of waves touching the platypus's head there. So continue on. Whoops. The 2001, so these are known to have some rotations. Let's check this one out. Not rotated, pointing to 3 o'clock. The nose of the queen. So not a keeper right there. Coming home coin. They made a lot of these coins, so I let them go unless they're in really good condition. Whoa, just about dropped a few, but we're back. We're back in business. Got a nice sort of antique-ish type look, this coin right here. I sort of like coins that look a bit different. I might put that aside and maybe enter it into my collection. Here we go, the Royal Wedding coin from 2011. What do we got price-wise on these? We'll just check it on the list. It's on the second page of the 20-cent coins. Royal Wedding, $1 to $7 is a recent selling price range on those. So cool, put that aside. 2024 20-cent coin. I'll just check to see if it's on the list. King Charles, $1 to $5. It's close to 10 million mintage, which is usually the cutoff, but we'll put it aside there. And we're finishing on a 2008. We'll see if we can snag another wave gap coin. This one here, the point of wave touching. And I'll just show you again the wave gap. Got my fingerprint on the coin. So that's it right there. So that gap through there, that is what we're looking for on the 2008 coins to add to the collection. Cool, yes, now that there is a 2010 50-cent coin, and it could be rotated. And if it is rotated, $50 to $125 is a recent selling price range on them. I'll try and breathe. So there we go, that's a 50-cent coin. Let's jump into it, see if it is. Open her up and go straight away. Woo. Coin value list available through the link in my account. It was this end, was it this end? It was this end. So what you do is, to see if it's rotated, you hold the coin at the top and the bottom, and then you turn it around. And if the queen is not pointing to, queen's nose is not pointing to 3 o'clock, then it's rotated. Let's go. Oh, 3 o'clock, no. That's why it's supposed to be. But sometimes in these 2010 50-cent coins, it's pointing in a different direction, and that's why they're worth between $50 and $125 to coin collectors. So here we go. Got a few more to search through, so we'll go through the whole lot and see if we can snag something to add to the collection, and we'll talk values if we find something. There we go, 2024 straight away. So the King Charles 50-cent coin, $2 to $5 is a recent selling price range. 5 million of those were minted. These coins here, you look for the sunken down cross pieces in the flag here. It's called an incused flag. This one doesn't have it in my hand right here, so we'll continue on. Checking the dates. I think 2012, you can get a thing called a donut. So over on the right-hand side here somewhere, in one of these little voids, you can get a thing that looks a bit like a donut. And I can't see any donuts over there, so we'll continue on. Another 2012. Not seeing a donut. Continue on. Another 2012. They really want us to find a donut. Sounds good, actually. Talking myself into it. Donuts. 2007. You can get a doubling on the 2007 on the numbers. Sort of fat extra bits of doubling around the outside of the numbers down here. And if you can find that, $4.20 to $6 is a recent selling price range on those. 2015, no. Just thinking if there was any errors on the 2015, the 2014, yes, but so there you go. From that lot of coins, we've got one keeper, the King Charles 2024 50-cent coin into the collection. The $6,900 for a $1 coin if it looks like this. So year 2000 you're looking for on the coin, and if it's got the kangaroos, and on the Queen's Head side, if it's got a double rim effect like this one right here, that is what you need to look for. And recent selling price range, $485 to $4,000 for these coins. So yes, from the year 2000, it's called a $1 mule. And over here on the special information notes, $1 coin with a 10-cent Queen's Head stamp, double rim. And what that means is, well, it was an accident. It was a mistake that happened where a 10-cent die, which is the feature that strikes the detail into the coin, they used a 10-cent die on this side of the $1 coin. And so it's got the 10-cent information on this side of the coin, and it's got the $1 coin. So there you go. That's what you look for. Awesome coin. Oh, I'd love to have one. I haven't got one personally myself. I haven't found one, but people still do find them. So you can find those ones in your change if you're really lucky. So let's see how I go today. I've got a $1 roll right here. Hopefully you've been having a great day. We'll see if mine is just going to be a lot better right about now. So here we go. Those coin value lists available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. And yeah, let's see. This one here, there's a coin that's pretty shiny there. Let's check that out. It's probably a King Charles. There we go, 2024. Hey, it's a bluey coin. Let's zoom in and see the detail properly. Bluey. Oh, changing camera. There we go. So there we go. Awesome. Let's jump into this lot of coins and see what we've got. So get the right amount of zoom. And here we go. Oh, just that front edge of the kangaroo. You can get little errors on these kangaroos down the side here. I thought that might have been an extra blob of metal there. But no, I think it's just a little bit of damage to scratch through the coin. So we'll continue on. Yes, that's the year 2000 for that $1 mule, but there's so many $1 coins to look for. A page and a half on the coin value list there, so lots of things. It's cool. $2007, the APEC coin. They made a fair few of these. Got a bit of dirt this one, but usually just keep a focus on the lower mintage coins, the coins they didn't make many of for circulation, because they're usually worth more to coin collectors because they're harder to find. So makes sense. Supply and demand drives price. These coins here, they made a fair few of these, but sometimes you can get a thing called a wing tip cud. So the cud stands for coin underdeveloped, and it can allow some extra material to end up on the coin. You can get a little bit of a piece of metal between the wing tip and the rim of the coin on those, so you can keep an eye out for those. Pretty damaged this one, but the 2016s are sort of known for some of those blobs of metal errors, so it's worth taking a little bit of extra time if you come across a 2016. Girl Guides, the Girl Guides coin, they made a fair few of these, so I'll let this one go. Any coin in really good condition is worth holding on to. This one you can see has got a fair few scratches and things like that, so I'll let this one go for now. And last coin for the search right there, but definitely keep your eye out for this particular type of feature on a year 2000 $1 coin. Kangaroos on this side, and when you flip it over, if it's got that double rim in the metal, that's a $1 mule, and that is a rare coin, and it is definitely worth looking for. Good luck with your searches. I hope you find a ton of them. Cool. Oh yes, this one is the 1999 large head, $6 to $12.20 for these ones. So it's a 10-cent coin. Now only some of them have the large head. So when you flip it over, the Queen's head is large, and it's a bit hard to tell the difference when you're actually looking at the Queen's head. So what you need to look at is the features around the edge of the coin. So the letters and the numbers, if it's pushed right up against the rim, that's the large head. And if there's a gap between the letters and the numbers and the rim, that's the smaller head. So on the larger head, everything's pushed right up against the rim. And these ones are harder to find. So the 1999 10-cent coins, look for that, because they didn't make as many of these, and the prices are a little bit higher to coin collectors. So there you go. So $6 to $12.20. I found this one just yesterday, so pretty pumped with that. So I thought I would do a search right here of another 10-cent roll to see if I can find another one. So let's see how we go. Hopefully you've been having a great day. Let's see what we've got. Searching the tens. pretty tightly packed. A bit hard to get the pry tool underneath the paper to get it off, but we're in, we're off. Let's go. We'll start at this end maybe. Whoops, dropped one, but we'll get that in a moment. Zoom in and see what we've got. See if we can find another 1999 to check as a comparison. In my mind at the moment, I'm just it's been a little while since I've done the 10-cent coins. So I'm just thinking of the key dates, the dates to look for. So 85, 2011, 1991s, 1995s, 1997s, 2018s, 2019s with the JC effigy, this effigy of the Queen with the necklace on. So lots of different things on the 10-cent coin list. Here we go. There's that 1999. That's the small head, the one at the top. So just have a look at that. So the letters and the numbers push right up against the rim on the one on the bottom, but the one at the top, there's a bit of a gap between the rim and the letters and numbers. So that's the smaller head. So it's pretty delicate, but and I've got pictures of what you need to look at, the comparison on the coin value lists if you want to have a reminder each time we're searching coins. So they're available through the link in my account by clicking my profile picture and the link below the Australian flag. But here we go, on to the last little stretch of these. (2012), we wanted the 2011. What's the last one here? I think I dropped one at the side, so I'll just check that one. What's this? 1978. So no keepers from that lot, but yes, I did find this one yesterday, so pretty pumped with that. Cool.